Here at the repair shop, countless treasures have been brought back to life.
Deep breath. Oh, gosh.
That reveal so much about who we are.
It is.
And where we're from.
It's perfect.
But there's so much more out there.
Let's do it.
That's not yet made it to the barn.
Beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful.
So the team are hitting the road.
This is the perfect opportunity to meet some new people, learn some new skills, and maybe fix a few things on the way.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
On a unique adventure.
Wow.
We're going to get some looks on the way back to the barn.
To join forces with expert craftspeople.
We put in 130 hours just hanging on the hazels.
On their most ambitious restorations yet.
They all need replacing.
Yes, hundreds of pieces of stone.
Wow.
Keeping heritage crafts alive.
Good job with friends.
I know, isn't it?
And passing precious skills to future generations.
Is he a good student?
He is, yes.
Does he listen to you?
He does, for the most part.
Sparking restorations across the country.
You're part of the history of this now as well.
Today we're in the south of Scotland, where Will finds a trove of important pictures.
Now, this must be quite hard to look at, but do you feel like it's a story that should still be told?
Of course, this is it. This is history.
The team tackle a toy that's gone off the rails.
Train set happened to be on the carpet in the middle of it. We ran over the top of it.
Oh, Sheila.
And ceramicist Kirsten is getting her hands dirty, learning to make medieval-style pottery.
Go weird shape.
Today, Will and Kirsten are passing through the Scottish borders on their way to Dumfries and Galloway. The area has a proud tradition of textile making. The world-famous patterned cloth tweed has been spun in mills here for centuries, with wool from the more than 1 million sheep who call these hills and valleys home. It's also a place that's close to Kirsten's heart.
I know this area so well. That river down there is the River Tweed. The only reason I know that is because it runs through Peebles, and that's where my husband's from. Just so lovely to be here, and yeah, it just fills my heart with joy. Here we are, we're in the most beautiful part of the country, heading to Lockerbie.
The market town of Lockerbie made international headlines in 1988 when a terrorist bombing brought down a Pan Am flight, killing all 259 people on board, as well as 11 Lockerbie residents. The team have been invited to help with an ambitious restoration project commemorating that tragic night, the work of the emergency services, and the incredible spirit of the town in the years since.
It's a great responsibility, but what a privilege to be asked to help to restore something for them and for their community.
Absolutely.
Now plans are in place to build a legacy museum in the grounds of nearby Tundergarth Kirk. It will commemorate the event and the community's response to it for generations to come. Lockerbie resident Laurie Carnochan is one of the team behind the project.
So the church was used as a staging post, not just on the night of the bombing, but in the aftermath. So we had the police here, British Army, RAF. It was a place where people could come in and shelter from the elements.
That's quite a lot to take in, and the thought that that was happening just over the road there.
Nearly 60,000 people have signed our visitors book in the Remembrance Room. We know this is a place of pilgrimage. A lot of people, whether they're directly related to the attack or they just want to come and pay their respects, come into the church.
The repair shop team have been invited to work on something they hope will become a key exhibit in the new museum. Retired firefighter Rodger has an incredible archive of photographs he'd like help to preserve.
Roger.
Hi, Will.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
This is nice.
Welcome to Scotland.
Thank you very much.
Roger and his colleagues were among the first on the scene on the night of the bombing.
So what happened that night?
31,000 feet this plane was flying at, and it exploded. And from there, it was spread well over the area. A lot of buildings on fire. One of the engines that had landed in a field, it had landed in the water main, so we couldn't get any water. Telephone lines were down. There was chunks of, and I mean blocks of sandstone lying on the roadways, covering the paths.
In the days that followed, Rodger was asked to gather photographs to form part of a record of the attack for the fire service.
Some of them are on the night in question, some of them are aftermath.
Kept in Rodger's attic for over 36 years and rarely seen, these images serve as a powerful record of that night.
Is that part of the plane there?
This is part of the plane there, and that's the cockpit, which landed just over the back of here.
These look really quite shocking, and it gives you a really good idea of exactly what had happened on that night.
Yep.
This must be quite hard to look at.
This is the unfortunate thing about it. I knew two of these people very well. I attended their wedding, Morris and Dora Henry. And when I looked where their house was, and what was there was nothing, just a big crater in the ground.
That's something you don't expect, is to...
No.
But do you feel like it's a story that should still be told?
Of course, this is it. This is history. And I would like it to be members of the public to come in and see the history of what happened that particular night.
What would you like us to do with these?
Well, the book's not the best book. I would like either to remodel the book, make a new book.
Something to do justice?
Yes.
Well, at the moment, you've got the two books here, so I presume it'd be quite nice to put them into one book. Around the outside, it's beginning to peel away. I mean...
The edges are getting...
Yeah, I mean, would you be happy to change the folders? Would you be... yeah, you're happy to change
I'll leave it to your wizardry. It'd be great to see it.
Once restored, Rodger's photos will go on display in the Remembrance Room in the churchyard, before moving to the Memorial Museum, when that is completed.
Kirsten, this is the Remembrance Room, and these are our We Remember banners that show the faces of nearly all of the 270 victims, and of course our 11 Lockerbie residents as well.
It's very sobering, isn't it? You hear the numbers, but then when you actually see the faces and you see the young and the old and all of the different nationalities as well, has quite an impact, really.
And what we're doing here hopefully will one day be in the museum. That's why we want to build the museum, to put this tragic event into context, because it did happen here. We can't change that, but we can make sure it doesn't define Lockerbie. The town and we as townspeople are a lot more than just what happened here.
Rodger's albums are beginning their journey to bookbinder Chris Shaw in the barn. But there's another Borders resident with something else in need of repair. And to help with this next fix, Will is calling on the skills of Scotland-based automata expert Michael Stutt.
So, Michael, what exactly do you do?
Well, Will, I'm a clockmaker by trade.
OK.
A clockmaker through and through. About 30 years ago, my wife said to me, she thought it was aging me and a little bit boring, so I changed to automata restoration, clockwork automata. And now I specialise in anything that's got a clockwork mechanism.
Do you know what? That's why Steve looks so old. He's going to love that.
Yeah.
So what exactly kind of stuff do you fix?
Well, mechanical life. Anything that you see in life, nature, animals, people, ships on the sea, dancing dolls, singing birds in cages, I repair it. The mechanical versions of those.
Right.
Clocks tell the time. They might chime or ring a bell, but an automaton will sing, dance, drink. It will do something different every time.
Or singing or dancing.
Yeah.
Well, there's something a bit different for you today.
Bringing them something different is Sheila from Peebles.
Hello.
Hello there.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Sheila. I'm Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Right. What have we got inside the box?
This is my father's clockwork train set from about 1930.
It's very nice. Right, let's get everything out on the table.
Okay.
Then we can take a closer look.
Wow. Yeah.
This is amazing. How did you come by this train set then?
My father was given it when he was very small. The ladies who worked in the office where my grandfather worked won the Irish sweepstake, which was the only way you could legally bet in Scotland at the time, and decided that they were going to buy this for my father, who would be about 2.
What an amazing gift. What an amazing gift to
Absolutely.
have. I mean, I quite like that as a child. So this is a clockwork train set.
Yes.
How does that work then?
You have a key.
Oh.
And you wind it up carefully so it doesn't overwind, presumably, and that starts the train going around the track.
Is the train actually working then?
I don't know.
I think when you turn that upside down, you're going to see a really strong steel spring, and it's probably very long to give it a good few circuits.
So it came into your dad's possession when he was 2?
Yeah.
And he looked after this, I'm sure, treated with lots of care.
My father looked after all
For
his
many
toys.
years. So this was in good condition until when?
About 1970, 1972.
And what happened on that day?
Brother, sister and I fell out, and we did our usual rampaged after each other, as children do, and the train set happened to be on the carpet in the middle of it. And we ran over the top of it.
Oh,
Hence
Sheila.
the broken rails. It wasn't just me. I have a brother and a sister.
How long has it been since you last played with this?
55 years.
55 years.
I would have been about 7 or 8 when we broke it. It's been in a case ever since.
Is there still a light sense of guilt there?
Oh, terminal guilt.
Yeah.
I loved my dad dearly, and the last thing I wanted to do was hurt him. And it did hurt him. It definitely hurt him. He was very hurt that we hadn't taken as much care as he felt we should have done.
What was your dad's name?
My dad was Angus Murray Cameron. He was an original. My grandfather was a travelling salesman, but my father wanted to work with horses on the farms. So I was brought up in the middle of nowhere, up hills like that, with my dad, and had a wonderful childhood. I mean, he loved working with his hands. He was just an extraordinary man. He was a very kind person. He was 86 when he died 10 years ago now. And it came round to my 60th birthday, and the family were asking me what I would like. And the only thing I could think of was I'd like the train set. This was something from my childhood, and it's a tangible link with Dad. My problem is it's a lovely ornament, but I can't do anything with it.
That seems such a shame.
It does. It'd be lovely to be on display.
There's some real jewels here, Sheila. I mean, you probably know it's an O gauge. It's, you know, so beautiful.
What would you like us to do?
I'd like it to be back functioning. I'd like it to look more loved. I'd like it cleaned up, but ideally I'd like to keep some reference to my dad having handled it. It'll mean I have something special of my dad's that I can just enjoy as a memento of Dad.
See how important it is to you that we get this straightened out.
Please.
I'm going to try my best to get it.
That'd be wonderful. Thank you very much.
It's in safe hands.
Thank you.
We'll see you very soon.
Thank you very much.
All right.
It's nice to meet you both. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
This is fantastic.
It's lovely. It's a really nice set. It's a nice story. It's been suitably crushed, so we've a bit of bending and shaping to do.
Yeah. Let's get this back in the box and off to your workshop.
Brilliant. Okay.
There's a lot of track there, isn't there?
Plenty of track. I'm hopeful.
As Michael is taking the train to his workshop in the north of Scotland, Will stops off for a quick catch-up with Kirsten.
Will, you have really nailed it this time. This is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, nice spot. Look at the ducks up there. Look at the babies.
And you got the tea ready.
Yes, I got the tea ready. I didn't bring any buns or any cake or sandwiches,
You're
unfortunately.
reading my mind, aren't you?
What is in the bag? Is that fudge?
It's kind of Scottish fudge, I would say. It's called tableau.
Is that all for you?
Yeah.
Is that all for you?
Right, let's give it a go.
I can feel my teeth loosening in the gums.
You see, to me, that's heaven.
How do you get on with Laurie?
So the work that she's doing and advocating for that community, really, it feels very positive. And I think that if she can actually push things forward with that museum, I think it's going to be incredibly valuable.
I could put my hands and say I didn't really know too much about Lockerbie and what had happened. But speaking to Rodger, who's a fascinating man, I think Chris is the right person for the job because, you know, he's worked wonders in the past. and I'm sure that he can make something really nice here.
And he'll be very excited. He
Yeah.
loves a challenge.
But whatever he does, I'm sure he'll be very respectful.
With Rodger's photographs now back at the barn, bookbinder Chris Shaw can start creating a new album to ensure their future safety.
It's so important to preserve these photos. It's such an important part of our history and the community's history. The albums are not really fit the purpose. The pages are all tarnished, the plastic's all crinkled. I mean, luckily it is coming up, but my heart's in the mouth of living these. The photos are just in remarkable condition. It's the album that could basically destroy the photos.
After carefully removing the photographs one by one, Chris is ready to start building their new home.
So all the pages now have been cut and joined together, and this is what the new album's going to be made of. The original albums were blue, so I'm going to do a new blue album. It's really important when you're making something which I really want to be special for the community, that the materials I use are going to be fit the purpose, not just in a year's time, in 50 years' time, and it's not going to affect or do any damage to the photos. So the board's all archival, this interleaving tissue is going to protect the photos either side. And what I like about using the tissues is beforehand, the plastic was covering the photos. As soon as you lifted the plastic, the photos sort of came alive. It's quite a difficult operation because it's a big album to manipulate, but I'm using a linen thread and I'm using a blue colour. Normally linen thread's white. I just wanted it to blend in to the fabric so it doesn't shout out. This is an off-white. It'll make the photos sort of ping. I'm sewing around these linen tapes, and these are the tapes that are going to join the back and the front cover, and it also connects the spine, so it's structurally really important. And using all this linen, really strong, really flexible. But that's the first two on. I've got over 20 to sew, but it does look very, very smart. I'm very pleased with the way it's coming together.
Sheila's train set has now reached its next destination, Forres in Moray. This small town is home to Michael's world-renowned workshop and museum, which boasts over 600 moving, singing and dancing exhibits.
My first impressions are, and the more I look at this, it's devastation in a train set. Yes, everything seems to be bent. If my eye goes to any particular part, then I can see the marks of twisting, bending. Someone's trodden on it. A bit's dropped out, and it's literally everywhere. But we can put it back together, I hope. What I've got to do now is take the covers off and look at the mechanism. Okay, so hopefully this comes off now. Look at that, that's marvellous. Really good engineering, good quality engineering. Let's wind it up and see if there's any life in it. That's plenty. And it's not going. Oh, a little bit. Things are very much jam solid here. We've got so much gumph between the gears here. Technical term that, gumph, oil, dust and debris. There's no way this is going to pull a train round a track. We're going to have to properly clean it. I have quite a lot of work to get through to get this running on the track smoothly. So now I've prepared a container of paraffin for this clean. It should dissolve this sponge really well. The paraffin's a nice solvent for some of the grease and grime. It's a very good and relatively safe cleaning fluid for this kind of mechanism, especially one where you've got the possibility that you could leave some residue within the different crevices and cracks. See? Yeah, still not got much power on it. I could use the clock cleaning fluid, but you often find they take off the paint as well. And I really want to save the paint on the wheels. We could repaint them, but we couldn't really age them as well as age has done it itself. So I want to keep it looking as Sheila left it with us. I think it's going to really motor now. Give it half a chance. There we go. And that into the liquid acts like a lovely mixer. There we go, round the invisible track, cleaning itself like a washing machine. Everything's easing up now. As the liquid turns a murky mush of greyness and the engine becomes cleaner and cleaner, happier and happier. That's all going really well, so I'm going to leave the engine to soak for a few hours now to let the liquid really work into any remaining grease, and we'll get this engine purring like a sewing machine on its track. No disrespect, engine.
From Murray to Dumfries and Galloway, where Kirsten, the repair shop's resident expert when it comes to fixing broken ceramics, is grabbing the opportunity to make something new for a change.
Very excited, Will. Where we're going now?
You're a real hands-on person,
I am. It would be really nice to have a go at actually making some pottery.
Kirsten won't just be making a pot. She's visiting a couple of experts preserving the heritage craft of finishing pottery with slip.
It's like a liquid clay that you decorate the surface of the pot with, and so you get a slightly raised pattern in different colours.
So you make a pot, and is this what you decorate the outside with?
Yeah, it's a decoration. It's a style of decoration.
Husband and wife, Hannah and Doug, are both passionate about preserving the historic technique of traditional slipware pottery. Their work is so significant, it's part of the collection at London's Victoria and Albert Museum.
Hello, hi.
Hello.
What a wonderful workshop. I'm seeing two quite distinct styles, particularly looking at those shelves there.
Slipware pottery is decorated with liquid clay, known as slip, to add colour and texture. Its simple shapes and muted tones date back to the 17th century.
I do a lot more kind of applied decoration, so I roll out little coils of clay and stick them on, and I use little clay pellets and sprigs using little clay moulds like this. For very much inspired and influenced by medieval pottery.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. And Hannah, what inspires you with your work?
I mean, I do look at a lot of 17th century Staffordshire slipwares.
Yeah, of course, you're surrounded by this beautiful Scottish landscape as well.
Yeah, we are, and you know, that feeds into everything we do. I'm about to throw a pot, so would you like to have a go helping me?
I'm absolutely not a potter. I mean, I'd love to have a go, but I don't know how it's going to be.
Grand.
Thank you.
I'll find you an apron, because that white jacket's not going to fare well in here.
Silly choice, I know. Right, Doug, I think I'm strapped in and ready to go.
OK. Let's do this. Right, I'm going to try and make a jug, actually.
You're going to make this look so easy, Doug, aren't you? I know you are.
So what drew you to this? Where did you get the bug?
Originally, I wanted to study painting,
Yeah.
and then became a bit disillusioned with painting, so I'd skive off into the ceramic studio, and that's where I spent as much of my time as I could, and then became obsessed.
Clay does really draw you, doesn't it? Even as a child, you see a ball of clay and you immediately just want to... Well, I do anyway, so...
That might be a good opportunity to see if you would like to take over.
I hope that this isn't something very precious.
So what you need to do is wet your hands.
Yep. This is so exciting. I can't tell you. I've been itching to do this for so long.
OK, spin the wheel. And you need this hand on the inside and the other hand on the outside.
Just flat?
Using the side of your knuckle, so
like
hook
that.
your finger, yeah, and go all the way to put this hand all the way to the bottom of the pot.
Oh, my word.
And you're going to squeeze gentle pressure from the bottom of the pot and lift the hand on the inside and the knuckle on the outside, and you should feel it starting to...
Go weird shape, yeah. Oh, my goodness, that's quite difficult, isn't it?
It's tricky.
You did want an oval shape, didn't you?
Absolutely. The oval ones are much trickier to make.
Wow. I
It's
love
one of
it.
those things that you just have to practice. You know?
It's that thing, isn't it? When you watch someone doing something like this and they know what they're doing, they make it look so easy, and then I get on here and it's, yeah, it's clearly incredibly skilled. Right, well...
Well, it's a chubby jug. Let's go and get our hands washed and you
Marvellous.
can see what Hannah's doing.
Once the pottery is partially dried, it's ready for the decoration that gives slipware its name.
Hannah, what are you up to?
So I've just stirred up this bucket of slip. So slip is just liquid clay. So it's ready to go. So I'm going to pour some slip into here and I'll fill the whole pot with it and get rid of the excess. And then we'll decorate on top of that.
Okay,
wet
so
slip.
is that like painting a page white so that you've got something to decorate
it's giving you a
onto?
ground.
And can you have that too thick or too thin, or...?
You can definitely have it too thick. If it's too thick, it can crack the pot.
Oh, really?
And if it's too thin, you'll not get much colour from it. My preferred decorative technique is slip trailing. So now we're going to trail more wet slip on top of it to create the patterns on top.
And does it not just fuse together?
If you've got everything at just the right state, it shouldn't.
Right. These are strange. It looks like a bicycle inner tube.
It is.
High-tech stuff.
So what I tend to do is start with an outline, the border of something.
Great, look at that. Such a steady hand, oh my goodness me. Is there any margin for error? If it goes wrong, can you take it off, or are you stuck with what you've done?
No, if it goes wrong, you just got to make it part of the design.
Oh, I love that as well. Look at that, it's so neat. Oh my goodness.
Would you like to put a design in the middle?
I'd love to, my goodness, yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, thank you.
There you go.
So, I'm going to start here. Oh no. Right, incorporate it into the design, I guess. I think I clearly should have thought through what I was going to commit to this rather beautiful dish before I... Oh no.
For a first attempt, it's not bad.
You're very kind. Anyway, I'm having a lovely time. I don't know about you, but this is... Look, I'm just going to make sort of fireworky insects.
Yes, it's one of those things again. It's practice and practice, and eventually you get the feel of the material.
Do you know what, Hannah? I think I'm going to relinquish the tool. You're very kind for letting me have a go at this, and I hope you can do something to save this.
Well, like I said, for a first time, it's not bad. But when it's dry, we can make sure it gets fired and sent down to the barn for you.
I'm not sure it's worth the wood for the firing, but thank you.
Back at the barn, Chris is now working on a cover that does justice to the powerful images of Lockerbie within the new album.
And I'm using a beautiful navy blue buckram. The buckram is a loaded cloth, a woven cloth that is then, they put a coating on it to make it waterproof or, in this case, bug resistant. And it's got this beautiful sort of matte finish. And it is very, very tactile as well. So on every level, I think it looks the part. Looks lovely. And I think this is really refined. This is the front. I love an indented label on a book. I just think it's so posh. And it also stops any rubbing because the leather label goes below the thickness of the label. You just have to plan ahead for that. So it's 2 thicknesses of millboard, and when I come to join the text, all the sewing tapes and everything get tucked in here, and then that's sandwiched together, so it's like super strong, you know, like it's got jaws around the tape. So the book becomes just this one massively strong book. So once I've stuck this front board on, just needs it to dry, then I can put the album in it, and then I can tool the label.
It's full steam ahead on the train repair too, as Michael and his son Hector are reshaping the delicate and very bent tracks. Will is enjoying some fresh country air and making sure the play-worn engines and carriages look their best again.
I know Sheila wants them to look like they've been played with by her and her dad, but I thought it'd be a really nice touch to blend in some of the scuff marks. There are parts like here where the paint has worn through completely, and here as well, that's started to wear away. I don't want these to look brand new, nor does Sheila, but I think just sort of taking your eye away from the scratches allows you to focus more about the trains and about the love and the story behind them. I'm mixing up some paints there. I'm hoping to match the right colours and touching some of those scratches. I've managed to source the same paints that will be used for trains like these. I have a variety of different reds and browns there, and I'm just mixing them up, trying to get the right colour for this train right here. I think this should be right. And I'm slowly getting there. I'm getting a nice sort of gentle wash of browny red. Now, I don't really want to paint a solid colour here. The plan is to give it a nice sort of even spread. I don't want it to look brand new because it's going to stick out like a sore thumb. So if I can kind of just gently blend it in, then it takes the eye away from any sort of bad damage, but also retain that authenticity. Once I've finished this train, I'll then move on to the others. I've got green and cream and some other blues to do the roof of that one there. But it's all slowly coming together. I cannot wait to see Sheila's face when she comes to pick this up. Hopefully, it'll bring back some of those childhood memories for her too.
At the barn, as promised, Kirsten's finished slipware pottery has arrived. And Chris is focusing on the cover of his new album for Rodger's archive of the Lockerbie bombing.
I'm now at the stage where with the album, I'm making a label, a leather label, and I have various stages. I plan it out first using an ink pad. There's lots to consider, especially with this one. It has to be respectful, it can't be too glitzy, and I just wanted to make it look class. And once I'm happy with it, I then transfer it onto another piece of paper, and this is the master copy, which then I put on the leather, tool through, and that gives me this pattern. But I'm starting with the border. I'm making around it just to frame the letters, and I've built the border up. I'm doing a line and then a repeat pattern of a thistle. From a distance, it just looks like a pattern, but on closer inspection, it's a Scottish thistle. I'm using 22 karat gold, double thickness gold leaf, and I use cotton wool to transfer it because obviously it's a very, very thin and you can't actually handle it, otherwise it would just stick to your skin.
Tooling is the historic technique of engraving a design into leather using a stamp or tool.
So I've warmed it up and I'm just going to cool it down to sizzle, and once the sizzle comes off, then it's the correct temperature. You're putting the gold on. It won't be until I clean it off at the end that I'll see whether I'm going to be pleased with it. So it's that anticipation. It's like you're running up to the end. You can't wait to get to it, but at the same time, you're really enjoying what you're doing. So it's a lot going on. These are from, like, early 1900s, so it's what I like about it. It's got that history as well, and I know this is a very modern event, but there was a style back then with the tools, so I like that. I can cut this out and put this on the album, and I hope Rodger will feel it's a fitting tribute to all those who perished, ensuring that the photos that Rodger has collected will carry forward.
With both precious items ready to be returned to their owners, Will heads off to reunite Sheila with her father's train set.
Hello.
Hello. Nice to see you.
Thank you very much. This is looking exciting.
It's lovely to see you. How are you feeling?
I'm excited now, thank you. I wasn't anticipating missing it nearly as much as I did. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing it now.
Yes. When did you last see it working?
I last saw it working in about 1971, somewhere.
So a while ago then.
Yeah. My memory just about holds it.
Yeah. One of the last times that you saw this, someone had caused some damage.
The rails were very, very buckled. There was a couple of the work carriages, the lids were off, the roofs were off of. One of the engines had a slight dent on the roof. I didn't realise just the amount of damage there was. It looked a little bit sadder than I would like to.
Yes, yes. Now, to some, this might just be a train set, but to you, it's a lot more, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a hair shirt for a long number of years because we broke it, but it's something tangible that my dad had from very young childhood right through, and that I just am so glad and grateful to own and have.
Are you ready to have a look?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, please.
OK.
Wonderful. It's lovely. Look at those rails. There's not a rattle in them. It looks together again. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you.
Please.
Yes.
Michael has worked really hard on getting the track nice and flat.
Yeah.
He's also straightened out a few of the dinks and the knocks to the metalwork.
Yep.
And I've touched in a bit of the paintwork as well, just the areas that were really rusted and worn through.
Oh, so you've done some work on it as well?
You know.
Oh, thank
just
you.
Just a bit with paint and a paintbrush. But apart from that, we've retained a lot of that original character.
Have. You've retained so much of the character. No, it's beautiful. It's just wonderful. Yeah, Dad would be very pleased, I think. Yeah, he would. It's lovely to see it. It really is.
Now, I believe that Michael has got this working again. Would you like to do the honours?
Yes, please. There we go. Isn't that amazing? It was so nice to see it in working order again and to see the rails flat.
What a fantastic reaction. Sheila seems so pleased with it. Looking into her eyes, almost transported her back to being a little girl again and playing with the train set. This time, it's not broken, and it's good to go for many more years.
Michael and Will have done an amazing job. They've brought it back to life. It's very special.
This is really good fun. Do you know what? I might buy one of these myself.
I'm not selling you this one.
Will's next stop is Tundergarth Kirk, outside Lockerbie.
The last time I was here, it was quite emotional listening to Rodger's story. He was just one of the many people that had to deal with the tragedy. So getting these photos turned into a memorial is important, not just for him, but the whole community. Now, you've been a guardian of this book for quite a number of years now. What were you hoping that we were able to achieve with the photos?
Honestly, I don't know what I'm getting to see below this cover here.
Well, I'm hoping that you'll be pleased with what Chris has done, because he knows how much it means to you, and we all at the bar know how much it means to you and the community here. Shall we take a look?
Yes, please. Wow.
Is this what we were hoping for?
I'm really touched. Yeah, just seeing that front page. Could you open the book for me, please?
Sure.
Brings it back. Yeah, it's excellent. It's excellent. It does it proud. It does it proud. How they've been set out and seeing them like that, it does it justice.
I can see how much this means to you. But also, you know, I presume it's going to mean quite a lot to the community as well.
I hope so. I really hope so. Can we now go outside and take it to the memorial room, please?
Definitely.
Because I think that's where it's going to go.
Waiting to welcome the photos to their new home, Laurie and other members of the community. For them, these are more than just images.
Thank you all so much for coming down. It's been a great honour to be part of getting this together for you all. Now that the book is finished, where's it going to go?
Well, we hope to create a legacy museum here so that people can come along and be educated about what happened. And the hope is that we can keep the book and put it on display in the legacy museum for future generations to see.
Roger, would you do the honour?
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Can I have a look?
Yeah.
Wow. Lovely with the thistle was there, wasn't it, Roger? Really didn't expect to be quite emotional about it. You know, you see these images, we work with them every day, capturing all the stories that we're doing with the work for the museum, and yet they're still so impactful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Will.
They've done so well, such a great job. It really is.
There's just something about the still photograph, I think. And it just takes you back to that moment in time.
I think it is a really fitting memorial to what happened in the area and to those that were affected and involved in the events at that time.
Roger, thank you so much for entrusting us with these photos. And I really hope that this will show visitors the bravery and the community spirit of the people of Lockerbie.
Absolutely. Well, we're so privileged to have it.